Welcome, Earth Travelers, to the 33rd episode of Astrology Roadshow. I am your host, Laura Kane. We will go over Year of the Fire Horse horoscopes here in a matter of minutes, so you know what's on tap for you and your close friends and loved ones during this Lunar New Year. Big changes are underway. The previous episode explains 2026 Western astrology. Interestingly, the Chinese fire horse easily jives with that amazing cosmic energy reset. The universe does indeed work in mysterious ways, but synchronicity is always there for those who wish to see it. This year will be the year when many begin to realize it is co-creating with every one of us. And it's a great year to witness some of the ways both Western and Chinese astrology energies work together. Before getting underway, now would be an awesome moment to go ahead and subscribe to this YouTube channel directly. Astrology Roadshow uniquely delivers the latest major updates from the cosmos, showing how its symbolism comes alive. The Chinese calendar speaks to 5 cycles we go through, up to a second Saturn return, reset, and rite of passage depicted within Western astrology. Did you know a fire horse year happens only once every 60 years? There are 5 elements in Chinese astrology and 12 different animal icon years. Each unique combination, therefore, happens only once during a 60-year period. The last return of the Year of the Fire Horse was 1966. There were many firsts that year. To name a few, this includes the first color TV transmission, Star Trek's TV debut, the first soft lunar landing, and of course, major advancements on civil rights for minorities in the US and women globally. The decade of the 60s is well known for its activism, and 1966 was right in the middle of all of it. The horse is the most active and athletic overall among the other animal icon personalities within the Chinese zodiac. And when you combine that with the fire element, it's a ton of energy. So much so that in Asian culture, there is a myth about it. As a result, in the past, the birth rate has dropped during years of the fire horse because a child born on that zodiac year was thought to have a personality known as headstrong and formidable. We will all be challenged to harness and direct that energy this year. February 17th, we officially change from the previous year of the wood snake, known for its wisdom and brilliance, which will compare starkly to the energy now getting underway. This year, we will tend to act more decisively right away and think later. The horse comes out of the gate on a solar eclipse to further compound the initial impact. This is very auspicious. A lunar eclipse occurs 2 weeks later, which is typical. What is not typical is that right between these 2 eclipses on February 21st, we have Neptune and Saturn together in conjunction at 0 degrees Aries, the world point within Western astrology. This is an extremely significant buildup of energy which has now arrived at an amazing moment, the likes of which has never been recorded in the history of our cosmos. A set of eclipses symbolizes and initiates a pivot of direction, and this applies to all of us and the world in general. We will summarize the manifestation of events regarding both sets of eclipses in 2026 later this year. The horse will add confident, bold hoof marks to your electrifying Western horoscopes. Check out this chart showing years corresponding to the zodiac's animal icons. The Chinese Lunar New Year always falls on the second new moon after the winter solstice. Since that day itself changes year to year, you will want to double check which animal icon your birthday aligns with if born in January or February. Every 12 years, the icon you represent is going to achieve a unique yet similar experience that it had 12 years before. New energy buildup always hits a peak at your birthday. At 60 years old, we hit a reset for an ultimate goal in our total life journey. The energy cycles and phases will be made clear as we go over each animal icon's experience unique to them during a horse year. If you are not yet 60 years old, you will not yet have experienced the fire element version of the horse, adding a new layer of dimension to your journey. As always, I am here if you would like help with this or setting up your natal Western astrology chart. The snake's year has now ended, and so 2025 was all about new beginnings for this icon. That first year had the snake slithering along in his brand new skin, starting afresh and testing out new horizons. This is known as the most beautiful and clever of all the 12 signs, but thoughtful in its strategizing. 2026 would be a good one for the snake, who enjoys pondering many new options and possibly testing some forbidden fruits in the process. Just kidding. That was too easy. There will definitely be a new motivating fire in the belly of this beast. And although this is a fiery action-oriented year, the snake will continue to take time surveying the landscape, as it is still just the second year of a new cycle, which inevitably will mean planting more seeds and continuing to think up more new ideas. The dragon is next. It is also in the first phase and busy gathering together ideas for implementation. This year is the third year into it, and this icon will soon get more intentional about which ideas reveal a more likely path. A possible pitfall may be that the dragon will get way too fired up this year and charge ahead hastily with a plan not fully formed. In the dragon's defense, this is the boss of the zodiac, and confidence is second nature, while patience is not its best virtue. Advice is simply to realize this is still the seed planting stage mostly, and time is best spent formulating ideas and not plunging ahead with anything definite quite yet. The next year after this will have you nurturing the awesome ideas you've come up with. The rabbit has approached that time where ideas are now being nurtured. Seeds are mostly planted, and it is important to tend to the garden. This is the fourth year after the initiation of the rabbit cycle. It's a time to plant more ideas possibly, but mostly feed, mulch, and water them. In other words, activity will involve stepping into an arena that's been contemplated. It's time to see how that feels. It's time for some adventure. Be kind with yourself, since this is you testing out new territory, and it will not always go perfectly yet. Enjoy the possibilities. The tiger is a trining sister sign to the horse energy. The tiger will likely be super blessed during 2026. It should be a fabulous year of checking out the possibilities. This marks the 5th year into a 12-year cycle, and the tiger is actively continuing to expand on several or more passions they've been entertaining. There will also be some weeding out of ideas contemplated 2 or 3 years ago. Mostly, it's a fun and fiery time, and one that will appeal to this animal icon who knows how to let loose. It is unlikely that anything could go wrong if the tiger remains aware, and that is the point of this exercise. It is possible for it all to be too much of a good thing otherwise. Next, we have the ox about to embark into the 6th year of its cycle. He or she is almost halfway through it. This is a final year of weeding out the lesser possibilities that have already been checked out. The ox is up for the task and has been plodding along as per usual. They always reach their mini goals along the way to their main goal. Time to get a bit serious and choose a focus. After the 6th year, the purpose would be to zoom in on one pursuit in particular, a path that will move faster and closer to a life goal. The ox is not usually pals with the horse, but this is a very energetic time, which will be more than motivating. Help will be enlisted if needed, but chances are good they go it alone and do just as well. The ox is always the boss of the job or situation they find themselves in. The rat had its last cycle start in 2020. We all know that was one for the record books. This icon officiates the start of the Chinese zodiac calendar. It is the smallest of the zodiac animals, but mightiest in many ways. The horse is exactly opposite to the rat, and when that happens, the opposition to the reigning animal takes off rose-colored glasses and gets to work. In 2026, the rat will get underway in earnest, having chosen a finalized objective to their end game. Partying is winding down, and the rat knows this at an intuitive level. Time to focus on the goal. The boar is entering the 8th year of its cycle. The goal has been obvious for a year now, and it's within sight. Although the boar seems sweet, unassuming, and innocent enough on the surface, almost gullible in some ways, don't let that fool you. This animal icon represents traits from the entire Chinese zodiac, as it is the last one represented on that calendar. This is an earthy and robust character, but also a wise and noble soul that works hard and plays hard. They are known to do the right thing for themselves and others. Fiery energy this year should provide great incentive to keep the boar on track to their objective. The dog is embarking on the 9th year of its cycle journey. The horse is a trining sister sign within the zodiac, and that energy will help a lot to finish the job during this crunch time for the dog. He or she is a sensitive, loyal, and scrappy soul. They are feeling the heat, but need to remain focused and ready to fight off anything in the way. At the same time, try not to be too rowdy and rambunctious. Your reward is within sight and on the horizon, and it helps to know that. Your time and efforts now are best spent on the goal you've been working on. The rooster's birthday approach this year should have him or her crowing from the rooftops. The 10th year within a cycle is time to assess what's been accomplished and work on finishing touches. The rooster will enjoy this part of the process because they tend to be a bit picky and perfectionist. It will be a great year to strategize and show off, and that will also make the rooster very happy. This will begin the first year of the final cycle phase, where you are now ready to harvest and begin to enjoy the fruits of your labor. You will also feel a bit of a relief from the pressure that's been building up. Even though it's difficult for you to take things more in stride since you enjoy the work, try to relax a bit. You've got this, and congratulations, you made it. The monkey has finished putting a bow on his cycle endeavor. This 11th year into a cycle is mostly about marketing accomplishments and enjoying life. Harvest has been accomplished, and it is truly a time where you can see how it has indeed all come together. Give yourself a well-deserved pat on the back. Whatever you do, monkey person, first and foremost, treat yourself. The energy for you this year will offer plenty of opportunities to have fun. Only advice would be, don't let anyone else rain on your parade. And next we have the goat, which is in its final and 12th year of its cycle. You are the most creative and whimsical of the bunch. And as you continue this year to reap rewards from all your efforts from the past number of years, you will also have a growing sense that there is a new project waiting to be born. You would be correct, but that will begin to get underway next year. Until then, you may feel like you are in limbo land. The horse is one of your very best friends, so advice is to just enjoy, kick up your heels, and reminisce as you totally wrap up all the life lessons of your current cycle that is about to end. And finally, we arrive back to the star of the show, the horse. They begin anew in 2026. A person born during a year of a horse will be celebrating either 12, 24, 36, or 48 years of age. All milestones are intent on building and pursuing a life quest. At 60 years old, an upgrade reset is initiated, and the cycles appeal to the next major life challenge. These always begin with exploring new ideas, and so that is what's on tap for the horse person this year regardless. And as if we didn't already know, it will definitely be a high energy beginning. That wraps it up for now. I hope you enjoyed this episode and feel inspired to tackle the year of the fire horse as it uniquely applies to you. Please feel free to contact me with any questions. I'm available for chart readings and consultations, and you'll find that info on the website. Your likes, shares, and comments are so appreciated. As always, thank you for your support. I look forward to seeing you again at the next episode of Astrology Roadshow.